Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On first down, Swift. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes it.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95%. Chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 31, Mayfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Complete. Smith has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Ingram. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short yard.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point right down the middle. And he makes the score 21-10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Ebron's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle 3rd of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Herndon's got it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Mayfield now.
Like so many tight ends nowadays.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go, fellas.
So we've come to halftime after. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Ross. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, 76 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Ingram. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Ingram again.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll get this down to the 10. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
But it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down. And Ingram churning. He lost the football. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Calvin Ridley, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there. And
we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
To throw, Mayfield. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else do you want?
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
After review of the play.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now bottled up. Bubble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
He'll look to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Out right here to Herndon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And again, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. He's got Smith here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to go up, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to